News from Bowling Green as the Crystal Rogers murder trial is near the end.
Closing arguments continue at this hour with jurors set to begin deliberating tomorrow, deciding the fate of co-defendants Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson. WOKY's Alexis Matthews joins us now live with the highlights from the trial's 9th day. Alexis?
Vicki, Rick, I'm just seeing some of the jurors who have been sitting in on this trial for what's now entering the third week coming outside of the courthouse, which lets me know that closing arguments have officially wrapped. And that is what day 9 today was dedicated to. It was prosecutors and the defense's last time trying to convince that jury that these two men, Joseph Lawson and Brooks Houck, were involved or not. And I'll admit, both sides did come out swinging today. If you remember early on in the trial, I reported that opening statements were all over the place, but closings were much more clear with strong first-liners from both sides. The defense saying Lawson is 100% innocent and Houck is not guilty, while prosecutor Shane Young, pointing directly at Brooks Houck inside the courtroom today, said, quote, "This man is guilty of murder. Crystal left with him and didn't reappear, and that Lawson is involved in the cover-up by helping moving Rogers' car." Now, here are some of the biggest takeaways. Now, starting with the prosecution, they reminded jurors of the coincidences in this case. Now, Brooks ignoring Rogers' family's phone calls, tinting his windows just days before Rogers disappeared, appearing to have no concern about Crystal missing. His brother, who said he was with him, Nick Houck, his phone being off for 2 days. And Houck and both Lawson men communicating with each other late into the night on July 3rd. Now, prosecutors really focused on the prime suspect, saying Houck is a successful businessman who is detailed with good memory, but apparently in his written statement to police, he forgot about his whereabouts on July 3rd, specifically that he spent hours at Houck Family Farm. Now, moving on to the defense, arguing this entire case is based on reasonable doubt, saying political pressure to solve this case is why these two men are even charged, and that prosecutors want jurors to convict these men on a possibility and theories rather than facts and evidence. Now, defense attorneys telling jurors that cell phone data is the only reliable witness in this case, that there's no physical evidence linking the men to a crime or any trace of Rogers or her DNA, even after years-long extensive searches. They also mentioned the coercive tactics detectives used in this case and brought up the Lawson's character traits, saying Steve is a drunk, Joseph a drug addict, saying why would Brooks Houck trust, quote, these fools to be a part of this. Now, also, for the first time today, Rosemary Houck, which is Brooks and Nick Houck's mother, she was inside the courtroom. Now, she's been named a co-conspirator and was mentioned in closings for the prosecution, but along with Nick, has never been charged. Now, tomorrow, jurors will begin deliberating. They were read jury instructions today where they have the option of murder or complicity charges for Brooke. They have that option to choose from for him. And really, the important thing about that is that just affects the penalty phase and how severe his consequences will be, whether they find him guilty or not. Now, court will resume tomorrow for a 10th day where we're inching closer to a possible verdict, and that will be tomorrow morning. All of this will kick off for the 10th day. Live in Bowling Green for you tonight, I'm Alexis Matthews, WOKY News.